to the place.
Yep, 7:31.
Oh,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's 7:31 and this is the regular meeting of the Town of Unionville Planning Board for February 12th, 2026. I'd like to call the meeting to order. We'll determine there is a quorum. We have at least 4 members present. And before we go any further, let's salute the flag. If you don't mind standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I received it. All right, reviewing the agenda. We'll have to deal with the minutes in a second. No correspondence. We have no public hearings this evening. We have no new business, but we have items of old business, which seem will be kind of new business, as it turns out, the way I read it. We have a lot line realignment and South Parliament Road and a subdivision modification at 1781 Briscoe Road in LaGrangeville. All right, first of all, have the members had a chance? Oh, by the way, I do want to welcome, we have a new member to the board, Mr. Darren Sampson has joined us. He's replaced our former member, Josh Schrodinger, who is now a town councilman, the town of Unionville. I want to welcome
Thank you.
Mr. Sampson and wish him good luck.
Thank you.
All right, getting back to the minutes. The members, except for Mr. Sampson, a chance to review.
we did.
Do you have any corrections or changes? No? Have a motion to approve? Scott, second Kay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. 8. List it. And you have abstained, so right? You
Yes.
didn't note it, but
That's
one
right.
abstention. All right, let's pick up. First matter on the agenda is Yule lot line realignment. Revised application proposed lot line realignment of 3 acres from parcel 604,389 to be added to parcel 535,366 located in RA3 zone. I think we wanted you to try to set up there because we're being televised now, so.
I saw that, I just colored this, looks like it would be.
Yeah, I think the way he has it set up, if you, yeah, try the easel and. Yeah, there's a hand mic behind you that you can use.
Thank you. All right. The guinea pig.
Find all your recollection.
All right, good evening.
Just identify yourself
Yep,
for the record.
I'm
please.
Bill Povell. I'm the engineer for Thomas Yule. The applicant and the owner of what we're calling parcel 1, which is a 20-acre, 20.18 acre parcel, which is sort of like a flag lot that comes off of South Parliament Road. This property was originally proposed in the initial application to be subdivided into 2 parcels. And the 2 parcels were going to be the area in gray here. And then the second piece would be the remaining larger piece. Mr. Yule has come to an agreement with the neighbor, which we're calling parcel 2. Mr. Ramus. To transfer this parcel to his piece. So what we have done is we're proposing to change the application from a 2-lot subdivision to a simple lot line realignment. And what that would do is transfer the 3 acres on the southern side of this parcel and attach it to Mr. Ramos's parcel. And his parcel right now is 3.56 acres. That would make it 6.56 acres. The frontage for this piece on South Parliament, it comes down around the Vale property. And there's a section, as you can see here, that traverses down along the South Parliament Road. So what we have done with this application is we're providing a 50-foot access point for a driveway that will follow an old farm road across the stream and then into this property for access. And that's conforming with the zoning for a flag lot that you can have 50 foot of frontage. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, now, Mr. Yule previously applied for subdivision, right?
Correct.
Outline, and use permit with, they were approved too, the subdivision, right?
No,
We never formally approved it?
I believe you just came in for sketch plan,
Oh, it was just sketch plan?
sketch plan.
Okay, I didn't recall
Right.
whether. Okay. Okay, and I know our engineer, Tom Harvey, he submitted a report. I think you have a copy of.
I did not get a copy of that.
You didn't get a copy of it.
No.
Well, maybe you didn't get a copy, just an email, that's okay. I've sent up. No, that's not on this. That's okay. I just have some notes from him.
Okay.
I'll just go through it.
Sure.
As best I can. Right, Nevin, you didn't represent Mr. Yule in the prior matter?
No.
Okay. Can you explain exactly the physical differences between the earlier application and this one, other than what you've just explained? What was the first application?
So the first application, again, it was just a sketch plan.
Yeah,
It was a 2-lot subdivision and it was proposed to create this lot here, which I have a pink line. And it's the area that's shaded.
I see.
So that was gonna be lot 2, and then the remaining piece was gonna be lot 1.
Okay,
And what we've done now is, instead of that becoming its own lot, we're just proposing
right.
to connect it to this
Because
by
you're-
eliminating that line in
Yule's
between.
acquiring that piece from Mr. Ramos.
Mr. Ramos would be acquiring this
Oh,
piece
that
from
piece to
from
create that second.
Mr. Yule, yep.
All right.
So it's essentially the same configuration, it's just a matter of the land is being
Okay, so I did see in the record, are you going to be preparing new secret EAF?
Well, we weren't sure,
Yeah.
you know, not being involved originally, I wasn't
Yeah.
really sure.
Well, we're gonna
Well,
treat it as a new application.
You're gonna
so,
create as a new applicant, okay,
Yeah, we'd like for you to prepare that. I mean,
yep, then
I
we can do
assume-
that.
well, I'm not sure if you need your short form or long form EAF, only because I'm gonna bring up the next issue, which is a little bit of concern to us. And it's the proposed creation of that second lot with the flag lot. I don't have any input from our chief enforcement office, building official yet. So anything I tell you is subject to review from our building department here,
Understood.
our official. And namely, it's the flag lot. To me, it probably meets the definition in our code of what a flag lot is. But I need for him to opine. I see the way the flag lot is going to read, it's going to show you about 50-foot
Frontage.
access
Yep.
to the street. Is that
That's correct.
correct? Okay. But it's your contention that it meets the definition of a flag lot,
Right,
as
'cause-
indicated in our town code.
Right, because the pole portion, or what I consider the pole portion of the flag
Yeah.
lot, that's an unbuildable area. So any home would have to be built
Right.
in the flag portion.
Right, so that gets us to our other problem. And that's with respect, that's a comment I had from our town engineer.
And
Um,
one thing I will say, we did have a pre-application meeting with George before he retired.
right, well, that's the problem I have, is we're
Right.
retired now, so.
And,
We're kind of starting at square
right,
one a little
he
bit.
felt this was in line,
Okay.
so, I'm hoping,
Okay. I had some
Mr. Dempsey
comments.
feels the same way.
I understand. Uh, I don't know. I've only met him once, so myself. All right. The concern that our engineer has is that the lot line change may significantly reduce the frontage of the northerly lot to the point, as you said, 50-foot wide, to the point where we might question the buildability of that lot, as a driveway would have to come in onto the frontage, then cross the wetland stream, as you've indicated, to access the potentially buildable rear portion of the lot.
Right.
So, you know,
And that is an existing condition now,
yeah, and I guess you're gonna lay that out in your environmental, in your EAF part one, explain that, and then we'll review that.
Okay.
That's the concern he has. I guess, you're welcome to be in touch with him. You've dealt with, Tom Harvey before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, at some point you may.
So what I'll do is I'll reach out to him.
Yeah.
And talk to him.
Because that's a concern. I think some of the board members have that concern as well. At least I know one of the members. Mr. Canary, you have a comment on that part of it?
To get a driveway in there. I mean, the series of box culverts, bridge. You got some engineering to do,
Yep.
and the 100 year.
Well, the reason why we didn't show any proposed driveway at this point is Mr. Yule doesn't plan on developing this lot at this point. And there is an existing old farm road. You can see it's hard to see where you're at, but there's a topography, the contouring shows where it would cross up in here, and there is a culvert there at this point.
It's gonna have to fit in the 100 year. Over.
All right, do members of the board have any questions?
Would the neighbor be putting the two lots together or?
Yes.
They keep them separate?
It's my understanding he just wants more land around his house to maybe even possibly do a garage or something in the future.
So one parcel ID for that. lot.
Rest, right? Yep.
Right, so that's part of the realignment.
Right, we're not proposing this as a subdivision. It just
Right.
would be a realignment, and that land would become part of his
Right.
parcel, and it would be under the same tax parcel.
So is the primary concern, Alan, the frontage?
Well, my concern, well, not just the frontage. I think the 50-foot wide frontage is fine. It's just, this is according to our town engineer, he's got some concerns about the access to the rear of the lot. Everything in the back is buildable, but to get to it, you've got to cross that, is it a stream?
It's a stream.
And some wetlands surrounding it.
Mhm.
Since I've not been out there, I can't tell you,
And what we can do
What his
is we
concerns
could
are.
demonstrate how a driveway can come in
you know,
as part of our next submission.
yeah, that's probably with some expense, added expense to get that done, though. The driveway.
Well,
With the
it's not
stream.
something what we can do is show the alignment and how it
Yeah.
would work, but at this point, there wouldn't be any intention in building it.
Okay. All right, so if you could just reach out to our town engineer.
I will.
To answer some of the questions he has. As I said, you're gonna prepare a new AAF form for under secret. And we are going to seek to get a report from our chief enforcement officer.
So is that something you've already acquired from him, or is it something we? need
I've
to
not
go do?
acquired,
No.
we have not received anything from our chief enforcement officer on the matter.
But I'm saying, is it something that you are going to do, or is it something I need to do?
Well, I would imagine it may be in your interest and your client's interest to reach out to him.
Yep.
Concurrently with our reaching out,
Okay,
because, he kind of knows, I think, that this is coming.
okay,
Because I believe, he's been copied on emails to the town engineer, et cetera, so. I'll reach out to him, but obviously it's in the client's interest to reach out to.
Yep.
Try to, hit the points, all the points, so that, we could pursue this expeditiously.
Yeah, Alan, question in my head though. Is the EAF gonna cover the the existing lot one, but he's
Well-
not building on it now.
The EAF is got to cover the proposed action, his proposed actions. the
It
whole
actually covered both
lot
lots.
realignment, so it's got to address everything.
Right, but until he builds on it, it's not an issue
What-
with the wetland, right?
Well, it is an issue. He's got to explain that you're explaining the future development of the. You told us your client's not going to build right now,
Right,
but
but,
obviously he's creating a lot for future development, right?
well, he's just creating a lot that's a buildable lot, whenever.
But he's creating buildable lots, so I
Right.
mean, you'll answer your environmental assessment form accordingly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are
Okay.
you a delineator?
I am not.
You follow, you know where I'm going with this. You're gonna need that delineated where that wetland is.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And one more question. It's not a code issue, but at what point is there a lock-in or tie-in with the assessor? Because parcel one gets an AG exemption. And parcel two doesn't
Well,
have an AG exemption.
We don't, this is the planning board, we don't deal with the tax
Yeah. I'm just wondering,
implications at this point.
Are
That'll,
the
that'll,
two owners aware of that?
well, I don't know, that's not, he may or may not be aware of that.
That typically gets addressed once the subdivision is
Yeah.
complete and filed. And
Okay,
then at that point, whatever point the assessor's office is in during the course of the year, they'll fall into place.
okay.
To be refiled.
Yeah, what's the
But nothing,
realignment's done, it'll
right,
be
nothing's-
filed.
right,
And at that point, you deal with whether exemptions may exist and whether they continue on the additional piece or whatever piece is being realigned.
Right,
At
okay.
least that's my
Okay.
knowledge, understanding of the matter.
Okay, fair.
But no, we don't have to deal with, we're not going to deal with tax assessments right now. Anything else? No, that's, yeah,
Way down the
don't,
line.
don't remind me.
Here, does he want a copy of this?
yes. Oh, this is, no, but that's not his. That's,
Oh, that's
that's
our.
the next one. We don't have any, I just have notes.
Did he give him an email?
Yeah, you could give him
Yeah,
that.
give him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine. That's all I have.
Okay, great.
Yeah, you could
And
contact,
then Wendy from my office.
just contact Mr.
Maybe
Harvey.
forward it to her.
Okay, Wendy.
All right, yeah.
All right, Mr. Polo?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Have a
thank
good
you.
night.
You too. All right, next on the agenda is subdivision modification from Stephen Arnold. 1781 Briscoe Road, LaGrangeville, New York, parcel 66000621304. Represented by Mr. Joseph Berger, the engineer. The applicant's requesting modifying the conditional approval for a 3-lot subdivision, reduce the subdivision to 2 lots, each with
Thank you.
individual driveways off of Briscoe Road.
Welcome back.
Good evening.
Joseph Berger Engineering for the applicant. So we never filed, the status of this job is we got your conditional approval. And during the process of finalizing with the health department, which we did in the county, real estate changes, and my client was given for the realtor an alternative that purchaser wants, which is 10 acres, not 2 lots. That's why we're here. No, sorry. I'm sorry. So basically, the owner, through the realtor, put it on the market, trying to sell the 2 lots, keep the 1 lot. He's going to live up on the top. He's building his house, retirement house here. He had the house right here on the bottom where he currently lives, and that lot over here was the other lot. He was selling these 2 lots. The realtor tried to sell the 2 lots. For whatever reason, I can't get into that. I'm not the realtor, but they didn't sell. The person who came up to make the offer didn't want to buy 2 lots, wants to buy 1 10-acre lot. Now, those of you may remember, but even if you don't, the original lot was on either side of the driveway with 1 single driveway through the center. That was the deal breaker. Wasn't the two lots. It was the fact that there was a drive through the center. And he didn't want Mr. Arnold living up there driving through the lot if he bought both lots. So therefore, the reason to reconfigure it to 10, before it came back here, we met with the county to select the location with the county highway where a driveway would go. So that driveway has preliminarily been approved by the county highway with me out in the field. That's why it looks like this instead of straight down. That site distance is no good. Up here there is. So the driveway goes around the back all the way up to the top. In the process, the buyer also wants to build the house over here and keep the existing house as an accessory. That's a point of issue, I understand. I don't have the answers to that, and I'm not sure if the planning board does either. But the proposal.
We're gonna go through it in a second.
I figure, I'm just giving you my spiel on it.
Yeah,
That
by all means. for the-
he wants to use it as an accessory apartment. Obviously, I can't tell why. It could be for a relative or for income. I don't know. And nor could we really lock him down on that. They just want the building to be an accessory instead of living in there and making it bigger. So
Okay,
that's basically what it comes down to. And then we're here to start the process. So we don't have a subdivision other than so we're modifying it just so we don't have, we never filed the map. So it's still one big lot as far as,
You're starting over.
great.
well, we're in the process of modifying.
So well, I'd like
I don't know, that's
to
up
say
to you
that
guys.
the applicants abandoned the 3-lot subdivision.
Well, if we
I'm
hadn't,
looking at it as a plan, brand new application.
had we not gotten conditional approval, plans always,
So didn't we approve it, but you never got the plot, you never got the plot signs, right?
I never came in for a signature of the
Right.
map, yeah.
So we did approve it, but
Yeah.
you didn't complete, the
Yeah.
client didn't complete the approval.
Okay, I mean, that's
So.
a condition you make, so yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it more that way,
Okay.
to be honest with you.
I mean, that's for the board to make that call, not me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm more comfortable doing it that way.
Uh,
I imagine the board.
I just,
Yeah, when did we approve this?
about a year ago, a little more.
January.
Yeah.
Last January.
Last January, because we had 2 extensions.
Yeah. You had to do extensions and that.
And those extensions were not due to getting the things approved, it was to the market, getting someone to buy it.
All right, now, first of all, Mr. Berger, you have received comments from our town engineer.
Yeah, they were minor.
And I'd ask you to answer those, you can answer those when you get a chance.
Yeah, basically, there's really nothing substantial. We left a layer on up here, which gets turned off. There is a little grading over here, so we'll provide an easement there. The rest is basically.
Well, the general comments, you need to amend the plan. He talks about
Yeah, I mean, those are,
EAF.
I wanted to
Are you
get-
gonna redo a new EAF on this?
wasn't going to, but it's your call to make, and so I
I'd
came
rather
here.
have a new EAF done because
Absolutely.
again, we're changing.
I'm gonna respond to your
Yes.
call. Your request for a new application EAF is certainly acceptable,
But
and I will
he
reply.
makes mention of having proper indications on the plans with respect to Indiana bat and
For square footage, requirement for an accessory.
I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got- that's the hard part.
That's the one I want to get
This-
before the
this-
board.
The engineering part's the easy
I
part.
mean, that was
It's-
nothing.
Yeah. that's-
It's the
I-
code part, that's the hard part.
I wanted
So,
to, I suggested my client to come before this board because of this,
and
not
as-
the other stuff.
I understand, and as I said, we have not received anything from our chief enforcement officer
Oh,
as
okay.
well on this.
Okay,
So we
Okay.
don't know what his opinion is going to
Okay.
be, determination, he's gonna have to make one.
yeah, that
It's
should
really
be,
not for us to make it.
no, I
We may
agree.
Agree or disagree, but
No, I certainly agree with you on that. Okay,
in any event, I'll just go through it.
Mhm.
So your letter from December 15th, proposes the existing house on lot 1
Mhm.
be turned into an accessory apartment and a new primary residence constructed on the western portion of the lot.
Correct. Over here.
Now, under our code, residential accessory apartments are governed by section 210-56B, sub 1, sub A, and sub B,
Mhm.
and B sub 2.
Hmm.
Sub B1 allows accessory apartments by conversion of space in an existing single-family dwelling. Sub B1, sub B allows accessory apartments to be created through new construction at the time of construction of the principal single-family dwelling. Section 210-56B sub 2 allows for accessory apartments within non-dwelling structures on residential premises. Because the current residential structure will not have an apartment or the apartment within it, B1 sub B sub 1 sub A is not applicable. Let me continue, then you could comment at the end. Because the proposed accessory apartment exists as the current single-family dwelling
Mhm.
and is not being created through new construction. And this is
Okay.
from your letter, at the
Okay.
time of construction of the principal single-family dwelling.
Okay.
It does not seem to qualify for approval under section 210-56B, sub 1, sub B. Because neither the new residence nor the proposed apartment will be within a non-dwelling structure which is on the premises. It appears that section 210-56B, sub 2 is also not applicable. You know, last thing is, because we looked into caretaker's cottage,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Under section 210-56B sub 3, which would allow a caretaker's cottage in the RA3 zone, which it says. This seems also not to apply because the proposed accessory dwelling caretaker's cottage lot would be less than the required 25 acres you need for the caretaker's cottage.
Understood.
Also, the proposed accessory dwelling will not qualify
Mhm.
as a guest cottage under section 210 sub -56B sub 5. Will not qualify as a guest cottage if the applicant expects the accessory to have cooking facilities. Because under the code, they're not allowed.
Yeah,
Can't
for a
have
caretaker,
kitchen.
yes, understood.
So that's a lot to digest.
Mhm.
And
So,
as I said,
Mhm.
still need our building official to take a look at this.
I'm sorry he didn't write, and I don't have firsthand knowledge, but my client and the realtor had a meeting with the code enforcement who said it was allowed.
Mr. Dempsey?
Yeah.
Okay.
But apparently he has not given a written opinion to you, so we need to follow up on that.
Okay.
And I'll personally ask the question because I can't speak to the outcome since I wasn't present at that meeting. So I will personally talk to them because sometimes people
Okay.
have misunderstandings. So I don't want to stay here for the record that he said it was okay since I wasn't at that meeting. I was told that he said it was okay to proceed because I asked my
Okay.
client to make that sure that before we drew up the map.
That's fair enough.
But I, again, wasn't there, so people have misinterpretations of conversations. So
Well,
I'll make sure I had the
He's the one
conversation.
w's gonna make the interpretation.
I know, no, I
at the
meant,
end of
but
the day.
some people say no without
Yes.
saying no, and people
Well-
misinterpret that, so,
There's one sentence in there
Mhm.
that stirs this up.
yeah, I remember reading
It
it.
really kind of, I believe it says it wants both units constructed at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
That's kind.
How do you get
but
around
It's
that?
under interpretation.
I mean, and constructed at the same time, that mean, because this is gonna need to be reconstructed inside in order to accomplish that. I don't know. That's code enforcement's call, not mine.
But the
Yeah.
town attorneys just give it.
Well, yeah, usually it's code enforcement first, and then if we don't agree, we go to.
I discussed this briefly with the town attorney, you know, and this is a lot, like I said, it's a lot to chew on.
Yeah,
This is
and,
the- this is the old.
well,
We're trying to figure out, and
Well-
what I just relayed to you in my notes, I'm gonna be forwarding those
Yes.
to Mr. Dempsey as well. So-
absolutely, and we'll make sure we talk to him while we fill out the rest of the paperwork.
And we probably,
Mhm.
I'll reach out to him as well, as I said,
Okay.
in the last application.
Yeah,
But there's also the ZBA.
Well, he gets the interpretation from our building official. and
you
then-
first go to
Then he
ZB,
determine.
Then we determine.
That determination to the ZBA.
exactly, there's a process.
Yes.
Do you have the square footage, Mr. Ron?
Of what?
I believe it was an original letter. The
The
square foot,
proposed square footage?
had it in there.
What, for the,
The new bill for the accessory apartment.
uh, Well, you said it's, you understand it's limited to 1,000 square foot of living space.
Yes, and we had the realtor went out there and measured it.
Yeah.
And said it was under 1,000 square feet.
Trust. Dutchess County says it is too.
Well, I didn't trust anything on parcel access. So I asked the realtor to go out and measure it. Since he's a realtor, he's allowed to do that, and he had access to the house. And he gave me the numbers, so.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their job as a realtor. You're supposed to provide that information.
Well,
It's such an old building, you can't really rely on old building plans. People change things and add things, so you always want to get,
Chestnut Ridge.
you always want to get it
Hmm.
measured currently.
We gotta get. full.
So, Mr. Berger, as you can see, that before we get to the planning part of it,
Mhm.
the foundational issues, or the building code. the
Yeah, this one right here.
zoning Requirements.
Yep, I
Once we
understand.
resolve that, I think we could probably resolve the rest.
Yeah, the others
fairly
is just
simply.
procedure. Mhm.
So,
Correct.
so we all have a little homework to do and.
Yeah, before I come back, we'll have a
Yeah.
determination whether it's a yes or no. If it's
Yeah.
no, we're forwarded to the ZBA.
All right, fair enough.
Do I, procedurally, each town's a little different. Do I need to come back here to be referred to the ZBA?
Yeah.
If it's a no, do I need that? Some towns, you just go directly to the ZBA. Each
Well-
town's different.
Well, you're saying depending upon what the interpretation.
Well, if it's yes, I just come back to you, but if it's
Yeah.
a no on him,
If it's a no,
no, do I still come here to get referred?
we have, we?
No.
I mean, other towns, Dover, we don't, goes directly, in Dover, it goes directly to ZBA, in Hyde Park, it goes directly to ZBA. Wappingers and LaGrange,
Going way too far ahead. I think we really just need to get with Mr. Dempsey
No,
and
well,
figure that out.
that
first.
tells me the
You-
procedure to
you-
go. If he says no,
You want to save time, so if he gives you no, they not have to come back to us.
if that's,
To go.
if you say, yeah, I gotta come back, I come back. If you
We-
say I don't, I immediately apply to the ZBA.
I would apply.
Okay, I just didn't know the procedure. I don't wanna, I don't
You-
wanna,
you-
not,
you-
I don't wanna step away from
you
your
know what,
procedure.
Without having to start researching right
Mhm,
here
mhm.
and spending time,
Mhm.
I will take a look at it and
Okay.
I'll get back to you and let you know.
Yeah, each
what
town
we-
has different procedures.
What our practice has been.
Yeah, each town has different ways. I want to comply with.
I don't want to deviate from what the practice of the town.
Exactly correct.
Planning board is, so
And
I'll check that and
Yeah.
get
Okay.
back to you.
that's,
Just have one other question.
Yes, right.
So you said that the original had the driveway through. The driveway's not moving at all this time either
we're building a new driveway over here for
Yeah,
the upper
separate
lot,
Driveway, correct.
for
the
the.
upper lot.
Okay, so the upper lot's gonna go around the Christmas tree farm?
Yeah, see, it's right here. You could follow this line here.
Okay, so it's gonna go around it.
Christmas trees are right in here.
Yeah.
So it's gonna go around it.
So the fire,
Well, it meets the fire code. It's the width is the correct. It's really not that much difference in that than the other one up here.
What's the grade again?
We're staying under 8%, right at
Okay.
the code.
I remember it goes up, but not.
But we were able, that's why it's swinging through here like this and
Yeah.
like this, but we meet the code and it requires lofts, which we provided.
And there's
It
no
provides a
wetlands.
parking area down the bottom, which we provide.
Yeah, I think we asked you last,
Yeah, 'cause there was
about the wetlands. There was some wetlands, but
The one
things that we thought were,
right here, totally away from it.
yeah, that,
Delineated by,
nothing's happening there.
Yeah.
And around there was more, we thought it was wetlands, but it was just,
yeah,
you
we had
know,
this.
a remnant of heavy rains, I think, that
Exactly.
made it look like a wetland around the driveway.
You thought it was right here.
Yes, remember, I can
But it was
recall
not.
that, yes.
And we had the
Right.
thing, officially, done by
Yes.
ecological,
Right.
systems.
Yeah, it was all good,
So,
as I recall.
We had to
yes.
report down up front, so I
Okay.
knew that. But yeah, right here, the water hits this because of the way the tractor used to go through, there was a little,
Yes,
water would sit in those little tire tracks.
understood.
and then you said the county was okay with the pullout, with the driveway there and then in the middle of that lot where.
This is existing, so it's
Yeah,
always been,
yeah.
that was
But the
approved
county-
last time. And this is the location at the county
You
and I
made a
selected,
move it a little
The
bit.
county and you.
yeah, I met with the county out in the field and we selected the location.
So Alan, if the question is about the, coming back to us or the ZBA, I'm not sure what the practice is in the town, but if you look here, according to the county, subdivisions can't go through ZBA. They have to go through,
But this, we're talking about subdivision, we're talking about interpretation of the building official.
Because this is a subdivision issue. This is a use issue for the building.
Yeah, it's a code issue.
It's a code issue whether that can be used.
So the building official's gotta make a determination.
It's that one
And
sentence.
based upon
I
that,
read
he'll
it too.
either come back to
That's
us
why I
right
asked my
away,
client,
or he'll
talking to
have
Mr.
to appeal
Gentry.
to the zoning board.
He didn't want me to go there, so I didn't go.
That road wise?
If he gets approval one way or the other, then he'll definitely be back before us.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
And then
Yeah.
one more thing I noticed though. So the new house to the west. I thought I read in the code that the primary house can't be closer to the road than an apartment. And I think it is in the diagrams that you submitted, correct? So what I'm looking at, Alan, is 21017.
Well, you're speaking on the record, so.
Yep, it
Don't
says,
just speak to me.
Yep, sorry.
It
It says no structure shall.
Speak to
Yep.
the representative, he
Yep.
could answer your
Yep,
question.
it says no such structure shall project closer to the fronting street than the principal building of the lot. And I think that, can you just check the dimensions to make sure that?
I
that's
think
not
there were,
violated?
this dimension here was, I'll check, but it was
Yeah.
the same as that. It looks further because it's getting interpretation. That my interpretation of that is from the property line, not from the road. And the road is further away here than it is here.
Yeah,
so
they
they-
specifically say from the fronting street.
Well, when they talk about setbacks, it's referred to the property line, not the major road. So
Yeah,
my interpretation of that is the distance from the property
yeah.
line.
So you might just want to take note of that and just check that.
Yeah, I'll check again. but-
21017.
Yeah, I thought I did, but it's a visual because the road is so much closer here. If you notice over here, it's further away. The road itself is.
Yeah,
further-
yeah, I was reading the dimensions, but that's okay. You can check it.
I'll check. I'll definitely check.
In any event, you'll have to deal with this with our building a chief enforcement officer
Yes,
in any event,
Yes.
so that's your next step. And
yeah, well,
we'll look to receive guidance from him as well,
Absolutely.
or guidance determination.
absolutely,
All
absolutely.
right, all
Okay,
right. And
Okay, thank you.
And that's it.
thank you.
All right, Mr. Berger, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening. Do we have anything else? I don't think so.
Make a motion.
We have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Right here. Okay. Me,
It's happy, this is
Valentine's
oh,
Day,
it's
everybody.
Lincoln's birthday today.
It's Lincoln's birthday today. Happy birthday,
Lincoln's-
Mr. Lincoln.
Lincoln's birthday. Lincoln's birthday. It's
Can we
Lincoln's.
sing to him, Alan?
No, that's okay. You can sing for Valentine's Day though.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, second, Muscat, all in favor?
Aye.
Do you
Opposed?
want this?
Motion is carried. The meeting is adjourned.
Have a good night.
Thank you.